Hey, what's up, guys? All right, today we're starting a two-part series to shine a light on the things that we do to block ourselves from achieving our goals. It's already March and people have started to make plans for Easter. But what about those things that you said you wanted back in January? If you're normal, you're probably getting some mixed results. I mean, I bet you're making good progress on some things that you said you wanted, and on other things you maybe haven't even started them. And in my opinion, that just makes you normal. So these days it's become very common to establish a goal and then shout it from the rooftop. And there's plenty of coaching out there guiding us to do just that. It's like we're told to write down our goals, make a vision board, and tell everyone who will listen about our dreams because that's supposed to make us more accountable. Now, I've totally bought into that in the past, but as I grew in my role as a coach, my understanding of accountability has matured. I've observed hordes of people with accountability partners and publicly expressed goals fail to accomplish them time and time again. And that led me to a deeper truth that accountability is generated within by deeply connecting to your purpose. And so, if you're crystal clear about why you want what you say you want and back that up with positive emotions, you won't need anyone to hold you accountable. And this is exactly why you'll never see me make that promise to you. I can't hold you accountable, and neither can any other coach. But I can help you uncover your deeper purpose, your big why. So what if I told you that even if you happen to be 100% focused on your purpose, too much public talk about your goals will likely keep you from hitting them? This week, I learned that way back in 1926, a man named Kurt Lewin, who's considered the founder of something called social psychology, called this substitution. He discovered that when we talk too much with other people about what we want, and then they encourage us, that it changes our social reality. So to a degree, it makes us feel like we've accomplished the goal even though we haven't done any of the work. So to help me understand this better, I started calling it achievement substitution. In other words, we're substituting the feeling of attaining the goal for the actual manifestation of it because it's so much easier than doing the actual work. Then in 2009, it was studied even further. They took over 160 people and they were asked to write down a personal goal. Half of those people were to announce their goal to the room and half did not. And then everyone was given about an hour to work towards that goal, and they were told that they could stop at any time. So get this, those who kept their goal to themselves worked the entire time, and then at the end still thought they had much more to do. Those who told the room about their goal worked on average only 33 minutes, and they felt they were much closer to hitting their goal at the end than they actually were. Now, this has totally happened to me before. I've been guilty in the past of boasting about some pretty big goals, only to have made little, if any, progress. And I wonder, have you ever done this? If you think back, I'm sure you'll remember times when people encouraged you as you enthusiastically talked about your dream. And I think that's as it should be. So then how do we prevent ourselves from becoming a victim of this thing called achievement substitution? Well, it turns out that Napoleon Hill gave us the answer way back in 1937 in the classic book, Think and Grow Rich. Do you think maybe he knew that guy, Kurt? Anyway, in the chapter on desire, he gives us 6 steps towards achievement. And so here are steps 5 and 6. Now, I've read this book no fewer than 20 times, so here are those steps paraphrased. Number 5, write out a clear and concise statement of your goal, establish a deadline, determine what you'll do to serve the marketplace, and create a plan. Pretty easy, right? Number 6, read your statement aloud twice daily, once right before you go to bed and once right when you wake up. And as you read it, see yourself, feel yourself, and believe that you've already manifested that goal. Now, that's it. Nowhere in this book does he say, now go blabber about it to everyone who will listen. In fact, the guidance in this book is exactly the opposite. It'll guide you to work on your inner dialogue daily and then put your head down and do the work. So back to your 2020 goals. Do you still want to achieve them? All right, cool. Talk to your coach about it, maybe with a loved one. But other than that, follow Napoleon's Hill's advice, and then put your head down and do the work. You do that and you won't fall victim to what we are now calling achievement substitution. Well, gang, that's what I've learned this week. And next week, I've got part 2 on how we can keep from sabotaging ourselves. So stay tuned for that. But until then, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. And I love interacting with you in the comments. So drop down there and leave me one. And my name is Jason Edwards. Let's go think bigger this week.